Let's face it, car interiors all look very similar, and it's not a recent trend either. However, there have been some instances where car makers have gone a little mad. Let's have a look and see what some of the weirdest interiors are from every decade. Starting with the 1980s, when we have the Oldsmobile Incus, released a year after the Back to the Future film in 1986. The Incus clearly took some inspiration from the car in that film though, with an interior that looked more like a fighter jet cockpit than a car interior. All the controls were done through the steering wheel with the exception of the indicators. The dashboard was also fully digital. The rest of the car is just as unusual, with a submarine-like exterior design courtesy of a Tower Design, as well as a quad-turbo 4-cylinder with 230 brake horsepower powering the whole car. The weirdest part has to be the way you get in it. Now, I'm not talking about the Tesla Model X style pelican doors for the rear passengers, I'm actually talking about how the entire front windscreen tilted forward like a second bonnet to allow access to the front passengers. Unsurprisingly, the Oldsmobile Incus never made it into production. Representing the 1990s, and we have the Peugeot 806 Runabout, based on the Peugeot 806 MPV. The Runabout is desperately trying to be a mini yacht. Up front, the entire interior trim is made of teak, chrome or blue velvet. The steering wheel is wrapped in rope and the gauges have a lovely classic vibe to them. The back of the interior is where the magic happens though. The rear teak deck can be raised hydraulically to turn it into a sunbed and also accommodate a small jet ski. In case you're wondering, the whole thing is powered by a 3-litre naturally aspirated V6 producing 191 horsepower. The last two cars I've mentioned haven't made it into production. Well, sadly, the interior found in the Fiat Multipla did. The interior of the second generation Fiat Multipla is painful to the eyes and isn't even very functional. The cup holder is in the opposite postcode, the radio is positioned towards the passenger, and the gear stick obscures the climate control, and the speedometer is in completely the wrong place. If having 3 seats up front isn't weird enough, the middle seat can even be folded down to be used as an armrest or reveal some cup holders. The 2019 Kia Imagine is the concept version of the Kia EV6 and they look barely related. The most unusual part about this car are the 21 ultra high resolution screens that line the front of the car interior. Although clearly designed to be a show-off piece, Kia tries to explain the practical uses of this layout, saying it can display information about the climate control, navigation and drive systems. Although certainly cool, I think we can all be relieved that this didn't make it in production. The Honda E was only in production for 3 years, between 2020 and 2023, and I think it's a shame because this car's interior showed that a cool widescreen infotainment system can also be combined with functional physical controls. What is also unusual in this class of car is the use of wood effect, which really complements the squared off design. The use of dense feeling upholstery really finishes it off. If Honda had gone away with the ridiculous digital side mirrors, I think the interior would have been flawless.